Fill command. Let me teach you how to use it. Okay, so you want to say remove a build. This is how you can do it easily with the fill command. What you're going to do is you're going to select one corner. Every build is going to have a corner. So say I wanted to remove this building here. I'm going to select the corner. The corner is going to be where the outermost piece of each part of the building is intersecting. So for example, this is the outermost piece on this area, and this is the outermost piece here. These are the most outermost pieces, and they intersect here on the bottom. Go to the other side. The outermost piece is over here. The outermost piece is over here. We go like that. And if we do this, /fill, space, press the tab button 3 times, then press enter. Remember, you make sure you're looking at this iron block here, okay? Make sure you're looking at that intersection point. Then I'm going to look at this intersection point. I'm going to press T. I'm going to press the up arrow to bring back up that last command I just pressed enter on. I'm going to press spacebar, and then I'm going to press tab 3 more times. Tab, tab, tab. Then I'm going to hit space, and then I'm going to type air. And it deletes all the blocks in that section. Now, let me show you again with a little bit more explanation on how it works. Imagine I wanted to remove this house. I would select a corner. This is the most outermost edge, and this is the outermost edge over here. Select this bottom corner. Then I go to the other side diagonally. This is the most outermost corner, and this is the most outermost corner, and then I find it up here. I type /fill, space, tab, tab, tab. Then I do up arrow, space, tab, 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 air, and that deletes all the blocks inside. The ladder's popped off because of a bug. So this is exactly what it looks like. What I just did, here's it in some detail. These blocks, the orange and yellow, these are showing the outermost part of the selection. So I selected this corner and this corner. And what the game sees, this is what the game sees. It sees all of this inside of this glass box. All of that is what's being selected. Those are called the bounds. So I selected the bottom leftmost bound, or the bottom leftmost corner and the top rightmost corner of my bound box. This is called a bound box. And that's how the fill command works essentially, if you wanted to know how it works. All right, so now imagine you wanted to make a water base, right? It's not too difficult, but there is some complications, especially when you have larger and larger builds to use the /fill command on. So what I'm going to do is go to the topmost corner of the outer edges, which will be, well, this block right here. Type /fill, spacebar, tab, tab, tab. Then I'm going to go to the other corner, all the way over here, diagonally across. Then I'm going to go to the bottom of the ocean, where the bottom of the base is. Then I'm going to go down to it. I'm going to hover over it. I'm going to press the up arrow again, tab, tab, tab. And then I'm going to try to replace water. So I'm going to replace the water with air. So air is going to replace water. All the blocks inside will be kept the same except for water. I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to get an error. I expected that because the area is very big. Minecraft can't handle very large commands. It takes up a lot of memory and would crash the game, so they decided to limit it to 32,000 blocks, about 33. So this is easily fixable. It's not too bad. It's going to require a few more commands, but I'm sure you and I could get this done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down a piece of paper, or it doesn't matter. You could just memorize them, but I'm going to write down 62 and 32. Okay, I'm going to have those down, just so I know where it ends and where it begins. The 62 is the y coordinate. The y coordinate is the up and down direction in Minecraft. You can see it up here in block, if you can see my mouse. That's the y coordinate, that middle coordinate. Right now at the top it's 63. So that 62, sorry. That 62 number is this block right here. And I want to remove all the water from 62 down to 32. So to do that, I can do it in a piecewise way. A piecewise is just a fancy way of saying in parts. So we're going to go down a few blocks at a time. To do that, all you have to do is set this second coordinate, the lower coordinate, set that to something lower, just barely lower than 62. So let's set it to, let's say 54. Let's see if that works. Nope. That's still too big of an area, but it's pretty close. 34,000 is pretty close to 32,000. So let's make it just slightly higher. And it worked. Perfect. So let's take a look at these numbers. We could do a little bit of math, or we could guesstimate. So we're going to want to set this number now to 54, which is 1 less than 55, just this block of water right here, because you don't need to clear 55 again. And then I'm going to go down to, let's say, 49, and it cleared it. Look at that, going piecewise, step by step. Again, we're going to go to 48 on this first coordinate, 48. Oops. And then the second one, we're going to try, let's try 40. Nope, too big, because I'm guesstimating. Try 42. Perfect. Go down, we're almost there. 41 here, and we'll try 35. Cool, almost there, guys. Then we're going to go down to 30, and we'll start from 34. Nice, we're basically there. Looks like my glass borders aren't perfect, so that's the only problem there. But we did clear out all the water, except for this. So imagine you would already have built something down on the water, and now you want to clear it, but you're having some issues, clearly, with clearing this is called waterlogged blocks. To do that, you can either do it the hard way, which is to break the blocks, place a block in its stead, break it, then replace the block. But since we know how to use commands, why would we waste our time? To do that, we select the bounds, fill, tab, tab, tab. These are the same bounds that we used earlier, because this is obviously the same building. But you would select the bounds like that. You can break those blocks, or you can leave them there. It's up to you. Then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the blocks that are in this building. We're going to need to do this for every single individual block. Say we want to replace our cobblestone slabs and make them not waterlogged. All we have to do is do cobblestone slabs. That's what they're called. Replace cobblestone slabs. Look at that. Cleared it. Now stairs are a little bit more challenging because they have a direction. And you can do this the more complicated way, or you can do it the simpler way, which is the harder way. So let's do it the more complicated way. We're going to replace cobblestone stairs. That's how they're titled. Going to give them this tag, which is facing. And you're going to do this with all the directions, north, south, east, and west. I know for a fact these stairs are facing west. Or I'm pretty sure. Well, I guess we'll see. Stairs facing west. No blocks were filled, so it wasn't west. I'll pull up the command again, and all I have to do is edit this to east. Don't misspell. No blocks are filled. Looks like it's north and south. So try north. Place the stairs that are facing north. Perfect. And now we place the stairs that are facing south. Just a few commands. With bigger builds, it's a little bit harder. But with smaller builds, it's not so bad. We have some glass panes. We can do the same with glass panes, etc., etc. So you just repeat that. You'd repeat that over and over. It's not too bad. All right. So that's not the end, because there's a few more things that I'd like to go over, which is replacing blocks. There's a few more things you can do with the fill command. So say I had a flooring in this house. We'll take this house, for example. And I don't want it to be sand anymore, but I don't want to replace all the sand blocks because I'm lazy. All I'll have to do is find the bounds. This is one bound, and the other bound is over here on the opposite corner. And I'm going to do terracotta. I want the floor to be terracotta. Terracotta replace sand. And it replaces all the sand blocks with terracotta. This can also be used very nicely to replace blocks in a build. Find the bounds. Then come out here so you can get a good look at it. I want these oak planks to be placed with spruce planks. So spruce planks replace oak planks. Look at that. Pretty cool. You want to switch them back? Just reverse the order of those two planks. Pretty nifty. Hopefully you guys understand a little bit more about how to use the fill command. I've been Zach7796. Check out other videos for more tutorials, and enjoy your day.